Just gonna get back out with Russell. I gotta tell you, it was a good job, Russell. Very good job. Breaking down, letting people know the difference in sovereign, where we stand as a sovereign principle. See, that's what we are to the Creator. We are sovereign principle to the Creator. We're the sons and daughters, prince and princesses of the Father, the one who actually lets us breathe the breath of life. And I was just sharing with Russell on my way here. We got a lot of people out here who don't believe in in the universal consciousness. I'm gonna say it like that. When I say universal consciousness, a lot of people want to say God, the Father, Allah, Yahshua, or no, I just say Yahweh. Not Yahshua. Yahshua was a man that the Spirit was in, which is no different than all of us that was anointed. Since I'm right there, let me just say this real quick. Remind me this, y'all, about the two testimonies. Because I want to say this, I've been hearing this a lot. A lot of people don't know what the first and second testimony is. So I want to remind me of that, okay? Remind me of the first and second testimony. But first, what I want to say is this. Well, I'm about to say before I said that. Boy, my train of thought. I be having so much coming to me, y'all. Y'all forgive me when I'm like this. There's be a lot coming to me, so I be scrambled. There's a lot of stuff coming to me. So, what I just wanted to share with you on that point was that, well, I might as well go over what I was sharing with you about the two testimonies. Religion has got a lot of people. Religion. And religion is what has confused the world. A lot of people are under the influence of what has been given to them by the Roman Empire. And this is what I want to say. The Roman Empire, which is spoken of in the law, in the second commandment. The second commandment goes, thou shalt not worship anything in heaven, thou shalt not worship any graven entity, thou shalt not worship anything in heaven above, earth beneath, or waters under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them nor serve them. For I thy God am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity, the sin, the iniquities upon the fathers, upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, but showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. This is the key, that love me and keep my commandments. The third and fourth generation is the third and fourth generation of the world powers. Nebuchadnezzar had a dream in Daniel chapter 2. He had a dream. He had a dream of a statue, right? This statue had a golden head. The breastplate and arms was of silver. This part down here was of bronze. The lower part was of iron, and the feet was of iron and clay. We're coming out of iron and clay point at this point in time. But those were the four world powers, the four world generations. Those four world generations was Babylon, the Medes and the Persians, the Greek and the Roman Empire. The Greek and the Roman Empire are two world powers that hate the Creator. They changed everything. They came up with all these different deities, these different gods, as we want to call them. And the most famous god in Greek history is Zeus. Everybody knows Zeus, am I right? Everybody heard the word or the name Zeus. If you look in the 1611 Bible, you'll see the word Zeus. Now, I like to give props where props due. I don't like to act like I know everything I got it all. No, I'm not like that. I've learned a lot in my time, and it's a lot that the Father or the Spirit has given me. When it comes to the four world generations, the Spirit gave that to me. Now the Spirit gave that to me to know, to share. But one of the first teachers that I was led to from after going through my spiritual awakening in Europe, I was led to Mississippi, and I was there for 10 years. Learned the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. But when I was I'm going to share with you when I went through my spiritual awakening, the Spirit guided me through my 5 days of fasting to the Old Testament. Actually, not just the Old Testament, to the law. That's what the Spirit guided me. So I'm giving you this information so you can check it for yourself. It guided me to the law. Now, by me understanding what I knew from then, and then I was guided to Mississippi to learn the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. After being there 10 years and then moving to Atlanta, and then understanding the stuff that I read and learned to grow to know was for my benefit, for right now to know the information that's there, to understand, to give it to you, whether you accept it or reject it. So I understand the New Testament and the Old. The Old is the law and the prophets. And if you look, I think there's Amos. I'm not a quoter, but I just mostly know where to go to the books or either to the chapters. In Amos, and then it says that Israel, only you have I known. And I believe that's in Deuteronomy, I think, was it 14 with the apple of his eye? But yet still, what I'm saying is, the Father said, Israel, only you have I known, because you got to understand, the Father told the Father, I'm saying the Father, which is universal consciousness, the Creator, God, whatever you want to call him. He told Abraham, know for a surety. No, not that point. He said that he's going to establish his law through his seed. His seed was with Israel, and he established him with Israel in the wilderness. This is what he established. That's the reason why it says to us, the commandment. When you hear it say the commandments was given to a special people, a certain people, shall I say, which is a special people, which was Israel. That's why it's called the commandments. They were commanded to keep the law. The whole world had the law, as I stated in the beginning, from Genesis 1 through 5. That's the reason why Adam knew, and when Seth came, Adam's third son, that's when they started to call on the name of the Father again. And they knew the law and taught throughout the generations. This is the reason why you have a lineage of certain men that the Father that was connected to, and the reason why you know the lineage through the law, through the book, the lineage kept going through all the way down to Noah, all the way down to Shem, Ham, and Japheth, split off through Abraham, from Abraham to Isaac, from Isaac to Jacob, and with Jacob the 12 tribes. After the 12 tribes, that's it. The 12 tribes is what he established his law with. When he established his law with the 12 tribes, they are the ones who was commanded to keep the law. The world had the law, but Israel was commanded to keep the law. This is the reason why the whole volume of the book is about Israel. Not Jew, which is of Judaism, which is of another race of people that took on the name of what shall I say, a portion of the name of one of our tribes. Jew is supposed to be short for Judah, and the religion is Judaism. Y'all see something? Matter of fact, I ain't gonna put it on. I'm gonna do it like this. You see that right there? Sure, you see it? You see it? I don't know if it's backwards or not. And for you to say tribe of Judah. We over here in America are the 2.5 tribes, which is Judah. I'm gonna say Ishmael. Judah, Benjamin, and the half tribe of Levi. We were the last to get kicked out of the land. If you read Jeremiah chapter 3, it gives you more information. The 9.5 tribes were kicked out, dispersed throughout the earth. Judah, which is Jerusalem, Judah, Benjamin, and a half tribe of Levi was left in the land, and they was kicked out. All for a purpose, prophecy, where we are today. So that's the long range of information that I was sharing with you about who we are and where we are. Now I asked y'all to remember something for me. Y'all remember what it was? Man, y'all were paying attention. Because I knew I was going to forget. I said, remember this for me because I was going to come back to it. Somebody there remember? Nope. I'm trying to see somebody online remember. It was, I know we was talking about Daniel. I believe this is where I was. In Daniel, the third and fourth generation that hate the Creator. I know I said that much. And by Daniel giving the prophecy, if it was it, if it's not, it's going to come back. When it come back, I'll let you know. But mainly, we're actually in the prophecy of Daniel chapter 2. Not only 2 right now, we're also in the prophecy of Daniel chapter 12 and Revelation chapter 12 and 13. Right now, the world has been deceived and don't even realize. They've been deceived this whole time. Everybody has the name. Everybody has the mark, as we've been sharing, and I've been sharing for the longest as well. The name is, as Russell was sharing with you earlier, your name in all caps. That's the name in all caps. Let's see where we at here. Your name in all caps is the straw man, that some people call it, or the fictitious person that they're calling you by, but it's not you. You are a spiritual being inside a flesh and blood body. You are a spiritual being inside a flesh and blood body. When they put the cap on you at birth, which is the birth certificate, social security card, and ID card, this is what they say and who they say you are according to their system. But when you get indexed, you take control of that straw man, birth certificate, and social security card, and now you're taking care of yourself. So, just have to share this point. At this point, this is the reason why we're where we are today. Genesis 15, I have to say this every time. Let me say this as well. But no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Joanne come up in a few moments. She's going to give information on what's in the indexing information. Then I'm going to give you the information on what comes up in their information. But we're where we are today, which is part of prophecy. And being a part of prophecy, like I'm saying, Daniel 12, Revelation 12, Revelation 13. Everyone has the name. Your name in all caps. Look at your mail. The number, your social security number. Both of them follow you from the womb to the tomb. But what's coming now, since quote unquote Biden, okay, that's full, so that's gone. So Biden, where we at here? I'm gonna pause this real quick.